Hello, welcome back to my channel. We are back at it again with another Amberlynn Reid reaction, live stream reaction. But first, hello, welcome back. I'm happy to be back. It's been a long time, like 3 months, which is crazy. Little life update for me. My sister got married this summer. I spent 2 months in the US. I was planning on keeping up to date with videos. However, wedding planning and finishing final details and just spending time with my family and friends and also having to study for boards really ended up being a lot more than I anticipated. It's the classic ADHD thing of I think I can do more than I actually can. So I apologize for that, but yeah, my sister got married. She was absolutely breathtaking. I cried like a little baby. Yeah, it was a wonderful wedding. I am now back in Romania. Dimitri is here. I am back in Romania. I am well on my way into second year. I'm about to finish my first module. I have four in the year, so that's really exciting. It's going very well. I'm taking pathology, pharmacology, physiology, microbiology, anatomy with like scanning interpretations, like clinical interpretations. So like X-ray, CT, MRI, all of that. What else? And then like all the PAs that go with that. So it's quite a lot, but it's going very well. I enjoy it a lot. I was not expecting to enjoy pathology and pharmacology as much as I do, but I do. So yeah, that's good. What else? I don't really have a lot more updates. Everything else is kind of the same. I did rearrange my living room a little bit, so the setup's a little bit different. Unfortunately, you see a door, so I'll be sitting like this most of the time. But I have the window in front of me now, so the lighting is much better. What else? I have been keeping up with the Amberlynn drama of it all. I watched the whole Tammy Amberlynn situation go on. I feel for Tammy, but also, girl, I just don't think it's worth bringing to the internet. I mean, like, get your story out, but like, I just feel like, giving Amberlynn Reid on a personal level, like when you know her on this personal level, like giving her so much attention, she ain't worth it like that. And I've also kept up with the whole Emily and Amberlynn crash out, the both of them crashing out. Here's my 2 cents on this. And maybe I'll make another video talking more about it. Probably not, to be honest, because my thoughts are very simple. I think they're both shitty people. I think they probably both mistreated and AB each other, in different ways. I don't think one is a victim and one is a perpetrator. I think they're both perpetrators of each other. I think they both knew who exactly they were getting into a relationship with, and they didn't care because Amberlynn is so desperate to be loved that she'll go with anyone, and Emily is so desperate to find a 500-pound girly pop to continue to feed like a fucking turkey, like a Thanksgiving turkey is what I was trying to say. So she doesn't really care. And they ended up with each other, and they're both shit. And so they both ended up receiving the consequences of their own actions. Now, I've also seen the past week or so, the drama with Hecticana and Rachel, the two well-known reaction channels in the girl world. And at first, until yesterday, I was kind of like, y'all are being too much with Rachel. We all make mistakes. We are all human. Also, I kind of get the idea of like kind of getting sucked into girl world and wanting all the drama, wanting all the tea, and kind of like being like, giving some money to get tea, and like ultimately exponentially making more money than you're probably offering is kind of worth it. And like, I can see that mind frame. Would I do that personally? Probably not. However, I can't say that if I was in that position, I wouldn't. think to do that. Like that's kind of something that you don't know what you would do until you're in that position. But my not being in that position, I don't think I would do that, just because it kind of makes things a little bit icky, and you're kind of like fraternizing with the enemy kind of thing. But again, I understand, and I kind of was like, okay, it's fine. It's a little bit weird that you did that, but it's like not that crazy of a deal. But then when all the Discord stuff came out, like yesterday or the day before, I saw it yesterday with Rachel and Hecticana. Really, where my issue was not that Rachel said that she flirted with Emily, which maybe she was just being coy, maybe she's just kind of like trying to play the game and be like, oh yeah, I totally flirt. Because like I get that too. Like when you're in a group chat or something like that, you tend to embellish or like be a little riskier than you would normally be, just because like you're amongst people that maybe understand your humor, or kind of understand that it's not that serious. So maybe she did, maybe she didn't flirt, which again, it's kind of like, would I do that? Especially if I was in a relationship with someone, which Rachel is. She has a girlfriend. They live together. They have a pet together. It seems like their life is pretty entwined with each other from what she's told us. So would I go and flirt with, again, someone like Emily, or anyone, but someone like Emily to get information? Probably not. But again, if you look at it from like kind of a journalistic standpoint, I kind of get it. You're trying to just get the information, and sometimes it's like the honeypot situation, where you kind of act a little bit nicer, you flirt, you do a little bit of something to kind of get everyone's guard down, and you can get information. So I get it, and that's really not really where my grossness came from. Again, weird as fuck. Not saying that it's not weird. It's weird, but it's also not a deal breaker for me. It's kind of like I can put myself in her position and kind of be like, I get it. I can see pretty much anyone doing that, given the right storyline, given the right situation and circumstances, right? My issue came about with Rachel, which I'm very disappointed in, because I'm not even going to say I liked her, because I do like her, but this is a big X on my part, or in my opinion of her, is the shit talking of other reaction channels for really no apparent reason. Karina Kaboom she stays in her lane. She does not bother other people. She's not getting in the mud with other people from what I've seen. She does her thing. She talks her shit. She gives her opinions, and she calls it a fucking day. And same with the ankle. The ankle doesn't really get muddy with other people. Both of them are like very respectful in the community. And so to come for those two creators that I quite enjoy, especially the ankle, I really enjoy. I feel like we'd be friends if we met in real life. But it just kind of that was really icky and mean girly. And the fact that like you also have Hecticana who's joining in on that, who's like a 40-some-year-old dad, who's like, he's married, he has a family, he like has his own life going on, to be like shit talking other people in a Discord chat, people that are in your community that you're supposed to be like colleagues with, in a sense. Like, yes, we all are separate, but like we're all kind of colleagues in a sense in this universe. And to just shit on these two creators who have done nothing to Rachel or Hecticana is really gross. It's icky. It's very icky. It gives high school mean girls in a group chat acting nice to your face and shit talking in your phones. And I just think that like I don't like that shit. And yeah, I've been in a Discord. I'm no longer in a Discord. It's not that Discord. I won't say who it's with, but like who the Discord was created by or anything. But it's one of the people that's in this Discord. It is not it's not Hecticana or Rachel. But I can say that like there's a little like, you're digging at Amberlynn and, other people in Gorl world and stuff. And it can kind of be a little bit catty, but I personally, when I was in the Discord, never saw this like cattiness towards other creators. And I think that was kind of jarring to me. I didn't last so long in the Discord just because I'm a person that likes to separate myself from Gorl world. Like, I'm in med school. I like when I'm not recording, I'm studying, and when I'm not studying, I'm trying to relax and shut my brain off. And I just like Amberlyn is not that important to me that I want to talk about her or see things about her or have like notifications about her 24/7. And that's kind of what happens when you're in a Discord like that. It's just like people constantly talking about her, and it can be fun, don't get me wrong, it's fucking fun. And there's a lot of like followers and like watchers and stuff like that who are in the discords, and they're fucking hilarious. You guys are funny and witty, and I love that. But it just like it becomes a lot, you know, especially like for me this is not a job. Like I do make a very tiny amount of income on this, but I just like doing it because I like speaking with you guys. I like talking about like this bizarre woman that's a case study, and like it's just so niche, and I love having a community that I can speak about it with and not feel crazy. And it's just kind of like a little bit of a release into the, you know, the interwebs, and I think it's fun. So for me it's like because it's not a full-time job like some creators, I don't feel the need to constantly be on top of every little thing every second. And so yeah, I did not last long in those. But um, I can say that the Discord I was in, we did not shit talk other creators, and I think that's really what was jarring to me is just seeing true grown adults who, for me, um, before this and before the hectic kind of thing, because I will also be talking about that. Before all of that happened, I viewed as very level-headed, mature, well-spoken individuals who really like had a grasp on like who just had were very intellectual, were able to express themselves in a very like eloquent way. And I don't know. I think that like obviously that does not mean that you're necessarily a good person, but I always like looking at these two and like kind of seeing the way that they like interact with things and the way that they would speak about things, it really seemed like they got it, and they kind of understood. I don't know, like I don't know how to say it. I don't want to say like they're bad people now, right? That because it's no one is good or bad. You know, we're all gray. So yeah, it just was very surprising that it came from these two individuals. Um, Especially Rachel, because for me Rachel really came across as someone like a girl's girl, like someone who's very supportive of other people, and like, you know, like a kind of a cheerleader, and like a person that would stand up for people. And to see um the way that they spoke about, you know, Karina and the ankle was like not that, and that was very interesting. Well, not interesting. It was saddening. It was very disappointing to see that. I will say I have not unfollowed Rachel yet. I would like to see how she responds to this. So far, she's ignored it, which is not a good sign. But I'm maybe hoping that she's taking some time to process and see. I just want to see what she has to say. Hecticana I have unfollowed, and that's because of the misogyny of the video that he um, produced about the I think it was Uber Eats or DoorDash, the woman that was flashed. Um, and I think the way that he responded in that video was super misogynistic. The way that it was victim blaming and blame, like, again, it's just like we live in a patriarchal system, y'all. And the fact that it was like his instant reaction was to blame the woman, rather than look at the fact that like why is this man doing this to someone is was concerning to me nonetheless. I also read comments on it and on his videos as well, and I think a lot of people have the same feelings that I felt. And for me personally, I have several things that I do not forgive, and one thing I do not forgive is misogyny. I do not forgive that. I do not forgive victim blaming. I do not forgive making light of SA or acting like it's not that big of a deal or anything like that. And I think it's extremely disappointing because one, he is married to a woman, and two, he has a daughter. Um, and it's so interesting that like, and he made another video, I didn't watch it, trying to be like come back with it, like try to clear it up and everything. And apparently it wasn't a very good video. And I wanted to read the comments first because I like to protect my peace. And yeah, it just seemed like, based on the comments, it didn't seem like he really understood it. And it's really gross that like you have to. I'm tired of men having to be like told, hey, what if this happened to someone that's close to you, for men to understand that SA and all of the things that come with being a woman in a patriarchal system, occurs. Like, they can't just put themselves in a woman's position. They have to like be like told like, what if this happened to your daughter? And then they're like, oh yeah, actually I don't think that's good. It's like, okay, you're a grown-ass man, okay? You're a grown-ass man. It should not take you having people to point out what you did was disgusting and to try to force you into empathy. It's weird. It's fucking weird. I unfollowed. I'm really disappointed because I really liked Tectacon. I liked his videos. I liked his take on a lot of things, but I will stand on my ground. I do not forgive misogyny. I do not forgive a lot of the things that were said in that video. And I'm not saying for anyone else to unfollow. It's obviously all personal, all up to like what your boundaries and your lines are. But that's just where I'm at. And I do hope that he grows and learns and he comes across as a person that can, and maybe I hope will, take the time to grow and learn from this mistake. I just don't necessarily need to be there and watch that happen. So yeah, this has been so much drama, but I just kind of wanted to give my 2 cents on it. Not that many of you will probably care, and I'm also not trying to start beef with anyone. I just want to give my opinion and kind of like my take on the whole thing. It's just, at the end of the day, extremely disappointing to see all of this happen, especially with these two reaction channels. It's really disappointing. But now that that's been said, we are going to get into the latest live stream of Amberlynn Reid. We are going to be putting it at least 1.5 speed because I cannot do 50 minutes of her speaking. I'm also going to fast forward through parts, so we'll see what happens. But it's called It's Giving Obsessed. I do know that I haven't watched anything. I haven't even seen clips of anything, but I did see a video titled with this last live stream of someone else. I think it was Empathetic Facts maybe. And she does comment on both the Discord chats, as well as the fact that Jordy released a video that he got from somewhere else. Emily obviously leaked it. A video of Emily and Amberlynn, I don't know, not arguing per se, but Emily wanting to be alone and Amberlynn resisting that. Yeah, maybe I'll put a clip in when it comes up, when she starts talking about it. It was honestly, again, all of these things that like Rachel showed with her screenshots and the subsequent videos that will eventually come out that Emily has released, we are not learning anything new about Amberlynn. We are seeing exactly what we already know, and it kind of confirms everything that her past partners have said. It even confirms some of the things that Emily has said. Again, neither of them are victims in this, okay? I just want to be perfectly clear on that. But it does kind of confirm, but these are things that we already knew were going on. So yeah, it's like, it's interesting to see, but it's not jaw-dropping. It's kind of like, yeah, like, great. It's cool to have technical like proof now of it, but also it kind of felt weird to me because Emily like recorded it, obviously, so we're not really getting the full truth of how Emily really reacts. Obviously, you're gonna kind of put on a little bit of a show, you're gonna try to stay a little bit calmer if you're being recorded because you don't want to look stupid as well. So like, it's interesting to see Amberlynn, but we already know Amberlynn. We've already seen all these kinds of videos of Amberlynn. Her whole channel is like exposing herself in these kinds of ways. So I don't know. Anyways, that was a super fucking long intro. Let us get into this, shall we?
Oh, wait a second. in the wash, so I can't be on long. Wait. Let me see. I kind of want to change. Do I want to like turn this off?
Okay, baby.
No.
Come on.
Oh, I forgot to change the. Doug with the program.
Let's see.
Program. Girl.
Oh,
girl.
I'm screen recording on my laptop, and I just noticed that when you scroll down, it moves. Okay. Anyways.
Okay, members. Hello, beautiful members.
Oh, well, I'm
if you guys want to talk, definitely join.
No.
Hi.
Y'all, okay, this is another thing. Y'all, if you happen to be watching my video and you are a member of Amberlynn Reed, and you're not a supporter of Amberlynn Reed, and you pay money to tell her off or to say snide comments, stop doing that, okay? Stop doing that. Stop giving Amberlynn money. It's like, you are not winning anything. She will not address for your comments. If she does, she will play semantics with you and discredit you. It's not worth it, okay? Y'all need to stop. Stop paying her, okay? It's not worth it.
How are you guys?
I'm fine.
Can I have a kiss? No, it doesn't go off this time. I didn't even check. I did not even check if I had any alarms going.
So I don't want this to be forever. It's already going to be a long video.
Oh, this is new. Maybe I've never noticed. On a break. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I had to do some like setting situation type deal.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Hi.
Anxious, welcome. Shauna, welcome.
Okay.
How'd you get the crown? I think it's based on how many times you super chat, how many times you chat in general.
Okay.
Soft spells, welcome, welcome.
I hate when she says
what's the Rachel stuff? Oh my god. I never expected lesbian drama. I mean, I always expect lesbian drama. It's very common, but I never expected it with a reaction channel.
Amberlynn, this has nothing to do with being a lesbian. Honestly, this motherfucker is like one of the most homophobic lesbians I've ever fucking seen in my life, okay? This has nothing to do with being a lesbian. It was a woman who wanted to get tea and used an angle. It has nothing to do with being a lesbian. And I hate that she's like, I hate that she talks about these things because she's so uneducated in literally every facet of life. And it just, honestly, when she talks about lesbians in general, she literally talks about it in such a derogatory way. She literally talks about lesbian relationships in the like, how do you call it? Oh my god, I'm like forgetting the word. But like the really exaggerated, like sure it happens, but it's not true, like for all, like very stereotype. She literally defines lesbian relationships as a stereotype because she is a stereotypical, like stereotype of a lesbian. Just like she's the stereotype of an American, right? Not all Americans are fat and ugly on a personal level, not on a physical level, and lazy and uneducated. I would say a lot of Americans are extremely hardworking. I would say actually most Americans are extremely hardworking. A lot of Americans are extremely educated and intelligent and, not fucking 500 pounds. But Amberlynn is a caricature of an American, and Amberlynn is also a caricature of a lesbian. She moves in immediately before she even meets these women. She she's friends with all of them after, and they're all connected because she doesn't know how to actually make friends. She can only make friends out of people that she's in a relationship with, which is a problem and a red fucking flag. She is super possessive and kind of, I don't know. It's just the caricatures that you hear of lesbians, which usually caricatures are made as propaganda to hate something, right? These things are not true. They can have some truth to it, right? It can exist, but it does not define that, group of people. But Amberlynn literally exists as a caricature of a lesbian. And so when she talks about it in a degrading way because she's talking about being a lesbian or just being, queer in general in a very caricature like way. It's really frustrating, and it's super detrimental to the community, because then you have people who might be these anti things, and they're like, well, this lesbian who, is in the community is confirming all these biases that I believe, and so it must be true. And it's super fucking dangerous, especially when it's coming from such an uneducated human being with such little life experience.
It's giving obsessed. You should do a monthly members only live stream. That's a good idea. You've been crying. No. I have not been. I have not.
Okay.
Maybe it's giving that. It's giving that. But
I will say it's a little obsessive, and I hate, this is also why I hate this shit is going on. I hate that this shit is going on, is because you're giving Amberlynn ammunition. Amberlynn thinks in very black and white ways, like patterns. And so when she sees something that confirms her own ways of thinking, she then will like turn it into every single reaction channel is like that. Every single person in this community is like that. And that's not the case. Most reaction channels would not do what Rachel has done. And again, I'm not saying that maybe if people were put in that position, what they would do, we don't know. But I think, a lot of reaction channels have been around in the Amberverse for a lot longer than Rachel, and we have not had these things happen, And so now Amberlynn is going to use Rachel as the example for everyone once again. And she's going to make it as like, see, all of them are obsessed with me. All of them get into my personal life. All of them are doing all these things. And that's just not the case. Most reaction channels, it is as deep as uploading it onto YouTube, and that's it. It does not enter into real life, And so I think that's also something that like frustrated me with this is like, yes, it's weird and kind of like icky, but more so you're giving Amberlynn ammunition, and that's literally the antithesis of what we're trying to do here, Like we're trying to keep this woman accountable, and now you've given her a way to once again evade any accountability in this whole situation.
I don't know. It's just like, I'm so grateful for Zoloft. I knew something was off with that girl. Like, you can't expect to touch the poo and not get like poo on your hand. Like,
I mean, true.
You can't expect that. And it's like, Rachel, she's all about like spilling my personal business. I know things about her that she probably wishes I didn't know. So
Amber always says that, and I fucking hate that shit. If you want to say I know shit, then fucking say it, or else don't bring it up, okay? This whole like dangling this thing over people's head, like I know things you don't. She literally did that to like what's her name? Like Quirky Love Rose, not Fat. I'm so sorry. I just assumed that was actually so shitty of me. Quirky Love Rose. She literally said that a person that she's like was becoming friends with, maybe they're still friends, I don't know. And someone was like, well, what happens if like she ends up turning on you? She's like, oh, she wouldn't do that because I have a bunch of shit on her. That's weird, dude. Like, she does that every single time someone comes out with tea of her. She's like, well, I know things about you. It's like, okay, first off, every single human being has shit that they would rather people not know about them. That is just being a human fucking being. We are flawed individuals, and we have done shit or might currently be doing shit that we aren't proud of and would rather other people not know. None of us are perfect. But for Amberlynn to like hold that over people's head is really disgusting to me and does not make you look any better. It makes you look just as gross. You're also touching the poo when you say that shit. So you're also gonna get shit on your hands, Amber.
Yeah, that's really what I gotta say about that. But like, ew, it's giving ew. It's giving ew. Like, make me bomb.
Oh, also, I forgot to mention like a really big part. The fact that Rachel was like doing the whole thing of like, I don't really want to give the money to Beck, but like I feel like everyone's gonna do that. But then if I give it to charity, I could write off on my taxes. So like, you're not doing it because you want to give it to charity. You're doing it because you're getting something out of it, which is icky. And then also the whole thing of like people being like, oh well, Jordy said it's okay, so like you won't be like you won't be ended for this, and her being like, oh good, I can, you know, wipe my tears with dollar bills or whatever. It's just like, it's gross. It's really gross. And I get, again, I think we do have to understand that these were not, and not that this is correct thinking, but she was talking in a group chat thinking that this was not going to be spread around. And I guarantee you, we all have group chats where we're a little bit raunchier than we would be in real person, because you are expecting there to be some, you know, protection, some privacy in that. Okay. So, like, I get that. And I'm sure we know she wouldn't say that in person, but it's weird that still that's a thought. And I think like the I'll wipe my tears with the dollar bills. I'm not super offended by that. I know some people were. It's kind of like, okay, whatever. Like maybe she's trying to make light of maybe like a situation that she feels uncomfortable in. But the whole, I can write off the donation to a charity on my taxes, that is like, that just really gives, okay, well, your intentions don't seem pure in this, and that's unfortunate, because she did make it seem like a lot of it, like her channel, a lot of it is like, oh, she's altruistic and like aware and up with the things that are going on in this world. And for her to kind of then do that, like, I've donated a charity, my first thought is not to, oh, I can write this off on my taxes, you know. It's like, no, I want to do this, donate this to this place, because I really resonate with what they're doing and their mission, and like I want to help in any way that I can, you know. And like I've actually never written off the donations that I've done on my taxes, because that's literally not something I think about. I literally forget that you can do that, which is the problem. I really should remember that. But like, you know, so like the fact that that was like even a thought is a little bit skeevy to me.
And as pissed as I am at Emily, and as hurt as I am at Emily, like I get why Rachel fell in love. Like Emily's hot. Like we all know.
I don't think, y'all, Amber Lynn is so fucking stupid. Amber Lynn is actually so fucking stupid. Rachel did not fall in love with Emily, okay? She was doing what she had to do to try to get the tea. Was it correct? Probably could have gone down a different road. You know, I think being nice would have been sufficient for Emily. But for Amber Lynn to be like, oh yeah, she's hot as Emily, no. I mean, like, to each their own. We all have all different types. She ain't my type, I can tell you that. And yeah, to be like, oh yeah, I get it. It's like, for Amber, the only reason she's saying that is because like it makes her feel good. She thinks it's an ego boost for someone else to go after her ex, because it's like, oh well, that hot person, because like Amber Lynn truly views Emily as like this fucking model, which like, again, I don't see it. It's not that Emily's ugly by any means. I think she's a very normal looking girl. But like Amber Lynn views Emily on such a high status, and so she thinks because Emily's on a high status, again, in Amber Lynn's mind, that Amber is also a high status. So like the only reason she's kind of gloating about this is because she thinks it makes herself look better and makes herself look superior. It doesn't, Amber. It doesn't. Someone else's hotness has no reflection onto your hotness. Okay?
As a parent, it's just, Rachel, go for someone else's ex. It's giving obsessed. It's giving weird energy.
Also, you guys, Amber, I don't know if Amber knows this, she's in a relationship with someone, and I don't think it's an open relationship. Maybe it is. Actually, I actually have no idea to tell that, but she has not given any inclination that that's the case. Although I don't think that there's a really, you know, seamless way of saying whether you're in an open relationship or not with your long-term girlfriend, but it doesn't seem like that's what's happening.
The things I know about you, girl, I would just like stop. I'm not threatening. I'm not blackmailing.
No, it's literally what you just did. I would stop because I know things about you. That implies that if you don't stop, you will tell these bad things about Rachel to the audience. That is literally blackmailing. That is literally threatening someone. You're literally threatening to release information if you don't stop. Like, Amber Lynn really does not have a grasp on basic, like, understanding of words. She'll go off and say that everything under the sun is defamation, but when she actually blackmails someone, suddenly it's not blackmail. She's really fucking stupid.
But it's like, how are you gonna think it's okay to like share personal things of me and like expect me to just like not say anything at all? I don't know. You seem jealous. How can I be jealous of someone having a crush on my ex when my ex
She
thinks that
doesn't.
they're ugly and looks like Lord Farquaad or what's the name?
Oh yeah, also Amber, I'll put that in here. Amber put a little story that obviously she put into ChatGPT and it made it for her of the Lord Farquaad and all of that. Amber's really fucking bored, y'all. And she really thinks that she's getting something, that like she's coming on top somehow out of all of this. No, Amber. Now you, Emily, and Rachel look like a bunch of fucking idiots. You don't now look like you're coming on top out of this. You all are now on the bottom. You all are shit right now. Obviously, Amberlynn and Emily are, in my opinion, much more shit because there's a longer history of horrible things they've done. But for this particular instance, this particular circumstance, y'all are equally shit. Okay? No one is coming on top here, and I don't think Amberlynn grasps that.
I already forgot. Hold on. Lord Farquaad. I'm pretty sure that's correctly. Like literally, I'm not gonna be jealous of someone that looks like they're the main character in a Goosebumps book. Like
that is absolutely so fucking disgusting, especially for a woman that constantly comes online and cries fat phobia. You guys are bullying my looks. You guys are coming for how I do my makeup. You're coming for how I dress. Just do what you love. I would never talk about someone's looks like that. That's fucking disgusting. Constantly crying. Literally in her last live stream is crying about this, right? And then she's gonna come on in the next video talking about someone else's looks. You can talk about Rachel's personality or the things that she did, and that is fair criticism, but to come for someone's looks is fucking gross, okay? It's fucking gross, especially as a person who constantly cries about this, who constantly belittles her audience and scolds her audience for talking about her weight, let alone like it just shows how unintelligent Amberlynn is, truly.
I'm good. I'm genuinely okay. Just because someone's skinnier than me does not make them better than me. It does not make them prettier than me. And I will.
Amber, you're not a pretty human being. You are a 500-pound, morbidly obese, dying shit person, okay? You are not a pretty girl. You are not. And all the makeup and all the filters, because you know what? Y'all can come for my looks. But I'm going to come for her looks right now. You can put all the fucking filters you want on your videos. You are not pretty. And it's not just physically. You have turned ugly because you are an ugly person on the inside. Okay? And also, you don't look like a fucking high schooler. You look like a 40-year-old woman, okay? You look like a 40-year-old dying woman. You don't look healthy, okay? I will say she's very good at doing makeup, and props to her. But we see her when she's not wearing makeup. We see her up close. It's not cute. It's not cute, okay? So again, for someone else who loves to cry about how other people bully her looks, Amberlynn, here you are. I came for your looks, okay? And for someone who constantly says that I would never come for someone else, the moment that someone says anything to her, she immediately goes for people's looks. Immediately. She's done this with so many people. She's done this with the ankle. She's done this with Jordy. She's done this with I don't know how many people. Every single reaction channel that she actively watches, she comes for their looks. So Amberlynn, you can't keep crying about people coming for yours anymore because you do the same exact shit. Okay? It's the pot calling the kettle black, babe.
I'll stand by that. That's how I feel. I have genuinely hated people and been like, oh yeah, they're hot as fuck, though. I'm not gonna lie. She's not attractive. She's not cute. Like, not Emily's type.
You can't say that shit, Amber. She's not your type. What? Amber, this is so weird that you're continuously going on this. I'm sure Amberlynn is someone's type. She ain't my type. I'm sure Emily is someone's type. She ain't my type. I don't think Emily's ugly. I do think Amberlynn's ugly. And again, I think that comes from watching her for almost like I think like I've literally been watching her for 9 years now. You become ugly because I've seen you for 9 years be an abusive motherfucker, a disgusting individual, a pet abuser. It's real rich coming from you, Amber. It's really fucking rich coming from you. Someone with fucking sores all over their body who can't wipe their own fucking ass. Okay? Who's sitting here out of fucking breath, sitting on a live stream talking, you're out of breath. It's real rich coming from you.
Like, I don't care about that. That's not the part. It's the part that, like, what's the word for it? Exertion? Everyone has to look up definitions. Exertion, definition. Maybe it's not exertion.
It's not exertion.
What's the word? You can't.
Amber Lynn never exercises, so she doesn't know what exertion is. She's never had to like do anything that has led her to have to exert herself, so she literally doesn't even know what that word means.
Use like flirty sex, this and that, to bribe someone.
Extortion? Are you trying to say extortion right now, Amber? Girl, you do not read, bro. You do not read. People increase their vocabulary naturally. People learn words naturally because by reading. Because you're introduced to new words that maybe you wouldn't use on a daily basis, right? You like written English and colloquial English are two different things. And so when you read a lot, you end up, putting words that you maybe aren't so colloquial into colloquial speaking, right? That's how you increase your vocabulary. You do not read. The fact that you confused extortion with exertion, two vastly different concepts, is insane to me. Yeah, sure, they both start with E. That's really where the commonality ends.
I'm saying she flirted, not the sex part. But you can't use like that to like bribe someone and then like get mad because I posted a community tab sticking up for like Emily and like saying sorry because that's the person I am. I don't care what you've done to me. Extort? Girl, you might be onto something. Or boy, whoever you know.
She's so dumb.
Yes, the practice of obtaining something, especially through money, force, or threats. Yeah, definitely makes sense. It's giving.
But flirting is not extortion. Extortion is that like you're threatening someone, like you're threatening someone to get something out of them, right? So like, what's an example of that? Is like threatening to release. I don't know. Is that black? No, like I don't know. It's trying to obtain something, right? Which I guess information is, but like flirting to get that information, maybe I'm wrong. I don't think that's extortion. I'll look that up later. Put a little thing here of whether that's right or not. But I think she did the honeypot. She did the honeypot, y'all. It's something it's used in business, in spying things and like that. It's a very, very what do you call it? It's a good tactic. It works a lot of the time. There's a reason why it exists still,
Not a little bit.
Not saying it's good, but
but it's like you can't flirt with someone, tell someone like, oh, if I use this and you give me this, I'll give you money, and then you don't do it. Like there's just a lot. You're like, it's just a lot.
I will say initially when this came out, like the first part of this with coming out that Rachel was going to pay Emily, the way that it came out on Rachel's side was that, oh, I offered to pay for additional stuff and then I realized, oh, I probably shouldn't do that, and so instead like I'm going to give it to charity, and then people said, oh, I'll give it to Beck, and then that whole thing happened. But I think it was Charlie Gold Charlie Gold is the one that released the Discord messages, but I don't know how it came out. I'm a little fuzzy on this part, but I do know that it came out that actually she had initially, from the very beginning, with the initial video that came out with all the screenshots of Emily and Amber Lynn, that Rachel had offered to pay. And then after she had posted this video, she backtracked and said, actually, I don't think I want to pay you. And I don't know if it's because she realized how much money she made off of it and she didn't want to share it, or she realized that people, if she did pay, then it could come out and she would look bad. And so then it was kind of like this, Rachel rushed to cover her own ass and be like, oh, you guys, I was going to do it, but then I decided not to because I didn't want to do that for you guys, And we find out later, no, it was she did promise from the very beginning. And in this instance, I am slightly on Emily's side with, like, that's not fair that, like, she gave you this information under the understanding that you were going to give her a portion of the revenue, and then to then come back after the whole thing's already been done and be like, actually, I don't want to pay you. That is very grifty. Like, and I think it's not cool that she did that. I mean, also though, like, Emily, come on, why are you fucking paying, or like, why are you like selling these things? Like, it's just also, it's desperate on both sides, you know, and it's skeevy on both sides.
One time, and I'm just like, I'm so checked out of this. So no, actually, to the person who said love triangle, it's gonna be a love line between two people, because I'm stepping my way out of it. Like, this is so, it's getting weird.
Amber, you were never a part of it, okay? Emily doesn't want anything to do with you. Rachel doesn't want anything to do with you romantically. Rachel does not want anything to do with Emily romantically. Think about it logically, Amberlynn. Rachel is in the UK. Emily is in fucking Wisconsin, USA. That is not gonna work, okay? That is not a relationship that's gonna work. It's not like Rachel's coming to the US all the time or Emily's going to the UK all the time. It's not a realistic relationship, you know? It's very clear that she was playing the long game to get information from Emily. So, like, just use your fucking head a little bit.
Weird. It's creepy. It's weird.
Okay, Amber.
I don't know. It's giving obsessed. It's giving obsessed.
Sure.
Hey, welcome. I don't know. Yeah, I definitely can't be jealous over something where I'm just like so checked out. Do I have opinions about it? Yes, obviously. I'm not just, you know, I have opinions.
I do think Amberlynn is a little bit jealous because Emily, if Rachel was flirting with Emily, that probably means that Emily was flirting back. And I'm sure that made Amberlynn a bit jealous, because it does appear that Emily will kind of take attention from anyone. Granted that they're, you know, a little bit chunkier. Obviously, I think Rachel's far too small for Emily, but Emily does appear to be a person that, like, if you give them a bit of positive attention and, you know, a little bit of affection, that they'll respond positively to it. Just like Amberlynn, you're a little bit nice to Amberlynn, Amberlynn's gonna think that you're best friends or you're dating, you know, and I think they're very similar in that way. So
everything. I have opinions about this freaking lipstick right here. Like, I have opinions about this bobby pin.
Okay, Amber,
like,
you don't need to.
Opinions. I'm an opinionated person.
No, Amber, you're just a fucking human being. Okay, it's just a human being characteristic to have opinions. You fucking moron.
Opinions don't mean.
My opinion is that you're a fucking moron, Amber.
Opinions don't mean you give a fuck, because I don't give a fuck. It's just.
I do think you have to give a fuck to have an opinion on things. Like, I think the absence of an opinion means that you don't care enough to even form an opinion. To have an opinion means that you cared enough about the situation to learn about it, to form an opinion on the situation. So you have to give a little bit of a fuck to form an opinion, Amber. She's really dumb.
If I were you, I'd be quiet. No, just kidding. Do what you want. Actually, make any sort of video you want.
See, she's backtracking because she realizes she is blackmailing. That is not blackmailing. That's a threat. You've now threatened Rachel multiple times within 10 minutes of a video of this live. You've threatened her multiple times. That's fucking weird, Amber. You don't come out looking better just because someone else did something shitty too. It doesn't make you look any better. It just makes you both equally look stupid.
I don't give an actual flying fuck.
You do. You do.
But don't put on a front. Don't lie, actually, as well. But don't put on a front about me and my missus, because you and your missus are having all kinds of relationship problems, sleep in different beds. Like, have fun with that. But, like, don't act better than me. Don't act better than me, because we're both lesbians and we know it comes with drama. We know that. So
I fucking hate that shit, you guys. I fucking hate that shit. People, Amberlynn being in a relationship with a lesbian, it's drama. Every fucking relationship can be drama. If two people are shit people, there can be drama. It is not based on what type of relationship with it. You are such a homophobic person to your own community, dude. It's fucking weird.
So, that's all I'm gonna say. Anyway.
And I've seen fucking heterosexual relationships. Some of the most dramatic relationships are heterosexual that I have seen in my personal life. Okay? So stop with the fucking, I hate that shit. I fucking hate that shit. Sorry.
The Rachel thing is so weird, JV. I just can't.
Okay.
It's so crazy. Like, genuinely, I don't even know.
Genuinely?
I'm with you. Thank you, actually. I don't even really know what I'm saying at this point. Cubis, welcome.
I don't either, girl.
How serious it was like 2 friends, but Rachel was trying to like flirt. It's so weird. It's even so weird. Also,
Amber,
so accurate.
She got the information, so it clearly worked, Amber. I mean, say what you want about the whole thing. She got the information. So you're just mad that Rachel flirting with your ex that you're fucking obsessed with in a weird way because you like being fed. It worked on her. It worked on Emily. That's what you're mad about.
I only knew about because I don't watch Rachel. I only knew about the failed philosopher through someone else, and I was like, bitch, that is perfect. I'm literally putting that. So
I don't think she's a failed philosopher. She has a philosophy degree. She has a bachelor's in philosophy. I don't know what she does, but she works in the real world. So she uses it in some way. It might not be directly like philosophy, but she clearly uses her degree in some way because she has a real big time girl job, Amber. Something you can't say. You're just pissed off that someone else is more educated than you. Like, you're such a fucking hater, bro. Like, you are not a girl's girl, and I hate that shit. She pretends to be a girl's girl. She's not. She will dig at other women the moment that she's given a little bit of ammunition. And again, I'm like not sticking up for Rachel, but I will call out things that I see, and like for her to just blatantly say this kind of shit is stupid because it's clearly not true from what we know.
Oh no. What a weird chapter this is turning out to be. Yeah,
it really is.
I would say so.
I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Wow, such a shocker. A reaction channel is more manipulative than Amberlynn Reed. Oh, what a shocker that is. Like, it's
Amber. We're gonna screen the shot that. Yes, please. No one is saying that she's more manipulative than Amber. I can tell you that much. Is it manipulative what she did? Absolutely. To claim that one act is more manipulative than the 12 years of you showing us your manipulation on your own channel and then having your exes come and verify those manipulations is wild. It's really wild. And once again, it shows that Amberlynn really thinks that her shit don't stink right now because someone else fucked up. That's not, it's funny. It's not the case, but it's funny.
So gross. Oh my god, don't get me started on the screenshots floating around of her literally saying, listen, put the shit between me and Beck aside. I have messaged them personally because what they're going through is hard as fuck. It's scary and I still care for them. Put all that aside.
You don't, Amber. Give the $6,000 back. You don't fucking care about them. And I guarantee you, Beck does not want you fucking texting them. They are a victim of yours. I would not want my perpetrator texting me, seeing if I'm okay if I was going through something. The last person I would want is my perpetrator texting me. Are you fucking kidding me, Amber? You're fucking delusional. You're actually fucking delusional. This does not make you look like a good person. It makes you look like you, once again, have no fucking concept of boundaries and you live in a delusional, non-reality world, dude. It's fucking weird.
Okay? I'm still allowed to have fucking opinions, okay? Why would you sit there in a Discord and tell people you don't want to give money to Beck because everyone's saying that they want to, and that you're going to post a poll in hopes that people say, no, don't do that, just so you don't have to do that. And then you, in return, say you want to donate to a charity just to get tax write-offs.
Yeah.
Bitch, where am I? I would, both of those things never would happen, never would come from me, because that's not the way that this brain...
Amber, you financially abused Beck for 4 fucking years. You took their inheritance money. You literally left them with nothing at the end of 4 years of them taking care of you, literally through cancer, taking care of you, literally through your bedbound era, taking care of you. And you gave them $100 for a U-Haul and laughed at them when they said they needed like more time. And they didn't have the money to do that. Because again, you financially abused them and then left them out to dry. You fucking sat on live talking about how you're going to be their boss and that they now all of a sudden have to pay bills to you when for 4 years you made them quit their job and sit hand and foot to you. You're a fucking monster, bro. It's like you forget your own fucking timeline. You forget that not only is there your own videos, but there are countless well-formed documentaries on you abusing this person financially, amongst many other things. Financially. So don't come on here going, I would never think of doing that. You fucking did way worse than that, Amber. Yeah, it's shitty to be like, I'm gonna write off my taxes. I'm gonna write off this whatever. I don't really want to give it to Beck. Fine. It's kind of shitty, but fine. She doesn't have she doesn't have to give it to Beck. Like, it's fine that people like suggest her that. She has no obligation to give it to Beck, real talk. I think it would be very nice and probably extremely helpful in this time for Beck, but it's not an obligation that she's required to do. You, my dear, you fucking abused the shit out of her them financially. You literally left them destitute. So fuck off, respectfully. Not even disrespectfully, fuck off.
Works. Like, you're giving such weird, crazy, creepy energy. I hope you have fun and like have fun with that. Hopefully you and your missus can have fun.
She was gonna say, hope you have fun in hell. She was about to say that. For a person that claims to not be religious and not believe in God and literally like shit on Christianity during the Destiny era, being like, your Bible shit, this isn't real, like, which, like, you can have your own opinions on it, but there's a way to come out it very respectfully. And Amber Lynn literally came out just throwing shit on people who were Christians. It was actually so fucking bizarre. The Ankle covered that a few months ago. Yeah, so like, for you to like constantly claim this and be so disrespectful, she loves to use religion in her talk.
That, like, I just am I'm shooketh. I am shooketh. But
I bet you are.
Hey, ma'am, your makeup looks good. Thank you. That is so sweet. I might be on Amber's side here, but I can't figure it out. Binky, there doesn't have to be sides. I'm just giving my thoughts, okay? Yeah, Amber, look, you just slayed. Which part?
There is no side in this. Amber is not even really a part of this. Like, yes, it was information to get between her and Emily, but like, real talk, Amber is kind of inserting her into this because at this point, Amber is not with Emily, according to both of them. Is that true? We'll find out in a few weeks or a few months. But supposedly, they're not together. So realistically, there is nothing going on with you. You're really not part of this. You're with all the rest of us watching it. So you want so badly to be in the middle of this and so badly for there to be a side of Amber Lynn, but there is no side for Amber Lynn.
It's just, I don't know. Honestly, Amber's right with that take. 100%. Like, you don't think, okay. God, there's so much I want to say. You know what? Fuck it.
Oh boy.
Emily was going to get half of the money, right? From Rachel's video. Mm-hmm. Rachel got pissed off because I posted that community post, found out that I wanted to still, I care for Emily. That is, I don't know what it is. It is what it is. Can we take that out of this? Please, can we take it out of this? Rachel got jealous, thinking Emily and I got back together, which no, we did not. Thinking that Emily and I were like talking and kikiing again, whatever it may be. That's why she went to Emily and was like, you know what, I'm not giving you the money anymore. Because she was jealous, right? So Emily goes,
I don't think it's that she was, you know what, again, this is all my opinion and from what I've seen with all these people. I don't think it's that she was jealous that you were talking to Emily. I think she was probably pissed off at Emily for going through all of this, for like kind of getting people somewhat rallying around Emily, which I think is, again, I don't think a lot of you guys are doing that, but there were some people who are really rallying around Emily and be like, oh, I kind of feel bad for her and blah, blah. No, bitch, never once was I rallying around Emily. But like, I think like there was a bit more positive look onto Emily after the Rachel video. And I think when Rachel found out that Emily's now going back and talking to Amber Lynn, and Rachel was probably pissed off because it's like, I just kind of sat here somewhat defending you, somewhat being on your side, and now you're going right back to your supposed abuser. And that's fucking irritating. I don't think it's cause to take away someone's money. Like that, again, those two things do, unless you have a contract stating like the money will only be given to you if you never talk to this person again, and then Emily broke the contract, it's like, okay, well then I'm not giving you the money. I don't think that's the case, but I do understand being annoyed after putting all of this time, because like you can tell Rachel puts an effort into her videos, that they take a second to create. And so Rachel has put all of this time and essentially her neck out on the line by supporting you in a way and defending you in a way against Amber Lynn, and then you're running back to Amber Lynn. I think anyone would be upset by that.
When Rachel mentioned the charity thing, Emily says, "Can you donate to a charity near me? Can you donate to a charity near me?" Rachel agrees to it.
I didn't know that.
Then she changes her mind and says, "No, actually, I'm not even going to do that." Like, bitch, what? Is it because you couldn't get like a tax write-off on it? Like, I don't understand. Like, first of all, you can't take back when someone says, "Yeah, you." The fact that I even
I do think there's probably, actually no. Oh, you know what? It probably is no, because I know people that have donated to international charities and they can write off on their taxes still. But I don't know, maybe it's different in the UK where it's like it has to be within the UK or within Europe to write off taxes. If it's not, like, it's not, you can't write it off, which again is not a valid excuse to not be donating. But I don't know, I'm just trying to understand.
Sound like I'm sticking up for Emily is crazy, because trust me, I'm so hurt and so beyond pissed and so beyond everything, but that's not what's happening. I'm talking about Rachel in this moment because I am taken aback, okay?
Taken aback.
Where was I even going with this? The fact that you can be like, okay, you can use my voice, you can use this, you can use that, but as long as you pay me half, and then you're gonna use those things and then take it back? There has to be some sort of like legality situation type deals to this, but I don't know. I'm no lawyer, I'm no attorney, I'm no what.
There isn't, unfortunately, unless it was written, like, and maybe it was, but unless it's written, like, you could take it to a small claims court. It's not worth the money that it would cost to do all of that. But yeah, if it was word of mouth, it's he said, she said, you know, like, but if there's text messages, maybe. But again, it's like the amount of money that you're fighting for, it wouldn't be worth the cost to sue someone for that small amount of money. Like, and I don't think $2,000, because Rachel made like close to $4,000. So Emily would have gotten around $2,000. That to me is not a small amount of change. But like in the grand scheme of like having to get a lawyer and court costs and all of that, the amount of money that would cost compared to $2,000, it wouldn't be worth it.
But you're crazy.
So are you, babe? You're obsessed too. She loves this. She's so smart.
100%. When Amber's this dramatic, she's lying. No, when Amber's this dramatic, it's just because she's standing on 10 toes. Every single one. Every single one. It's so weird. Rachel's weird, but talking to Emily after all she's done to you is also weird. Yeah, I know. Like, I'm not saying that like I'm actively currently talking to her, but around that time when I posted the community post, obviously I reached out to her. She apologized to me. I apologized to her. That's just the way.
And then Amber Lynn sent a body picture and her eating, just to like smooth things over. And Emily was like, "Thanks, babe. If you could just send me that once a week, we're good."
How psycho and toxic and whatever a relationship can be, there's still love behind all of it. And for me, I am the type of person, when I get in an argument with someone, if I say something that might be hurtful, I will apologize later, because I don't like being that person. So,
Amber, if you really didn't like that being that person, you would actively seek help and actively look to change your behavior. And for 12 fucking years, you haven't done that. You have stayed stagnant. So you can, again, it's this like, what do you call it? I forgot what it's called, but it's like morality whistle, you know, of like, look how moral I am, look how good I am. But like, Amber, you can say all those things, but your actions have spoke way louder than your words.
Amber and Tammy court is soon. Actually, no. So I have not spoken about the tea behind that. I guess I will give it. My aunt messaged me this whole paragraphs type deal. Moral of the story is take down the video or I'll sue you. If you tell me to take down a video, take down a live stream, I'm gonna do it. I don't care who you are. I've done it in the...
She's gonna do it because she's a pussy. Okay? Maybe that's a derogatory word, but she's a bitch. She's a little bitch. She The moment someone stands up to her, Amberlynn cowards. She wants to come on, act like a bad bitch, act like she's gonna fight you, act like she's gonna take you to an alley, and fuck you up. But the reality is, she's weak. And she is not intelligent enough to really come after someone. She can't do it. And so when someone pushes her a little bit, Amberlynn folds immediately because she knows she has no leg to stand on. She has no ability to beat a person in an argument,
Past for Beck's family. I've done it for friends that I had in Florida. If there is something that, it could be a year later, it can be 10 minutes later, it can be 10 years later. If you tell me,
Amber, Destiny said that they didn't want their ass crack, is how Destiny said it. They don't want their ass crack on video all over on your channel, and she doesn't understand why you did that. And those videos are up to this day. The only time that you will remove it is when someone forces your hand. That is the only time. It's not because you're a good person. It's not because you care. Because if you really cared, you'd be cautious of what you said to begin with. You'd be cautious of what you posted to begin with. You don't actually care. It's because you're scared. You're a weak person.
I no longer want this content on your channel. I take it off. So as soon as she sent that to me, like literally, I happened to be on my phone at that point. As soon as she sent it to me, bam, I just privated it. It's gone. No one can see it anymore unless other people share it on their channel, which there's nothing I can do about that. I did not respond to her. Nothing. So,
Okay.
That's just, again, the type of person I am. My whole thing is like...
That's the type of person I am. I deleted me showing an underage child, Libby, in a bra, talking about how hot she is, how she can sleep in the bed with 2 grown adult women who are in a relationship with each other. I deleted those because I'm a good person and not because at all it made it look like a PDF. No. Okay, Amber. Okay.
You can go ahead and try and sue me, but like, nothing's gonna happen or come of it because I said one thing that my aunt finds to be slander, defamation, whatever it may be. But she has said upwards to 12 things about me that I find to be defamation.
No, but the difference is, Amberlynn, is that one person knows the definition of slander and defamation and the other person doesn't. And that person is you. You don't know what it means. So you call anyone who exposes you, who tells real things about you, as slander.
And slander, etc. And she started it all. So it's like, there would be no winning there. There just wouldn't be. It doesn't make sense.
You know what I think happened is the little fucking 21-year-old that she's talking to that's in law school, which, like, great for that woman being in law school. Kill it. Probably told Amberlynn, you don't have a fucking case. There's nothing because Amberlynn was sitting there, send me for all of the lawsuits I'm about to send me the screenshots of saying that I killed Rarity, send the screenshots of saying that I'm ugly, say the screenshots of saying that I'm a bad person, because it'll all be part of my case. And I think that Amberlynn talked to this woman who's in law school, and the woman probably said, you ain't got shit, bro. You cannot like it, but it's called freedom of speech, babe. It's called freedom of speech. And so now Amberlynn's like, oh, well, you can't really do anything to me, and, like, I'm not going to do anything to you. So it's like, like, why are we even doing that? Like, there's nothing there. It's like, yeah, because you probably found out that you don't have a case. Doesn't mean other people don't have a case in something, but you found out you don't have a case. And that's why you're trying to say, like, let's not do it anymore. Okay, Amber, it's not what you said 2 weeks ago. Come on here all hot and taut. Screaming about how you're about to sue every single reaction channel.
So it's not about that. It's just like, that's just who I am. That's why a lot of, like, also the Libby content came down.
No, Amber, the Libby content came down because you looked like a PDF, babe. You came off as a PDF. And I know it's really hard for people to see women in that position because it's not something you see very often. But replace Amberlynn, at the time she was like 25, 26, with a 16-year-old. Mind-boggling. Unless they're your cousin or they're your sister, why you hang out with a fucking 16-year-old at 25, okay? And Destiny, who's 21, is understandable. Not because of the age, but because they were practically sisters. They grew up together. So, like, Libby was like a little sister to Destiny. And I have people like that too, in my life. I get that kind of relationship. Not Amberlynn, right? But imagine a 25-year-old man talking to a 16-year-old boy. And that 25-year-old man is in a relationship with a 20-year-old man. And they're hanging out with this 16-year-old boy and saying, hey, show me your bathing suit. Turn around. Oh, you can sleep in our bed if you want. Let's talk about sex positions. 911 would have been called real fucking quickly. Let me tell you that. Okay? So, Amber, let's be clear. It's because you came off as fucking creepy.
Oh my God, like what? 7 years ago, I took down, I think like 15 videos because there was someone in it who was like, I can't do this anymore. I don't want so-and-so on there. And I was like, I totally get it. So, I don't know. Did you watch Jordys stream? No, I do not watch reaction channels. Let me get this real quick. I did get, am I signed into Instagram on here still? I was gonna read the exact message, but I got a message saying that he was live, something about an arguing video. Your girl, I'm not signed in. Your girl went and checked that so fast. I was like, is this person trolling me right now? Because that happens a lot. They weren't trolling. It very much was there.
Yeah,
it very much
I
was
watched
there. I was
it.
like, oh, okay. How did you know all this was happening? So yesterday when I went live, people were like, Rachel's a creep, Rachel's a creep. I had no idea what people were talking about, so I kind of just was ignoring it. I genuinely thought it was from maybe like...
I watched the live stream yesterday. There was maybe 5 comments within the 39 minutes she was on talking about Rachel. So we want to talk about obsessed. There you are. And you can go look for yourself how many times Rachel, it's still up, and you can look at the comments. First off, the comments are dead, even when she put it on to live for everyone. It was dead. But yeah, there was like maybe 5 comments about Rachel. So Amber, it seems like you're also obsessed.
The whole money post she did regarding Emily, I don't know, I was like just very confused about it all. And so I just like wasn't, it was a couple hours after my live stream, I started getting all these screenshots. And I'm like, excuse me? What is actually happening right now? So people on Chantel's chat said Emily messaged Chantel too. Somehow I doubt that, but I mean, in the past, like when me and Emily were together and we were friends or whatever, I would talk about Chantel a lot. It was nothing ever bad because I genuinely like Chantel.
Okay.
This dress is a crazy throwback, but it's still so fucking cute. I love it. Have you written in journaling lately? Yes, I journal daily. I do. It's giving Kai, Bella, and Sala. It's giving, not as extreme, but it's giving that. My Halloween was so good.
I went to bingo.
I hung out with my mom yesterday because it was her 10 years.
What did I do for Halloween? I had a like movie snack night with several of my friends from school. It was really cute. It was chill. It was fun. It was cute. We watched 2 horror movies. Yeah, really good.
I got her some gifts, some very, very sweet gifts.
I'm a big horror movie fanatic. I will say the 2 that I watched weren't super scary, but the second one that I watched, I will put the name here. It was so good, and it was like scary because like it's a zombie thing, which whatever, but like the scary part was like the accuracy and the reality of that time. I'm not gonna say anything else to it, but watch it. I will put a screenshot here of the movie.
I wrote her a card. It was, oh, soft smells, thank you. It was such an amazing day yesterday for sure.
Nice.
Would you ever get your nails done long again now that you're single? I would, yeah.
I mean, the bitch could have gotten her nails done this whole time. She lives like an entire like the other side of the US from Emily. They weren't doing nothing like that.
What did I get her? So I got her this $90. Okay, so I have Scentbird, right? Scentbird is like that thing where they send you small little perfumes every month. Mm-hmm. And I had one at bingo, and my mom was like, oh, I'm obsessed. And I'm not gonna lie, our nostrils must be the same because it's by far my most favorite one that I've gotten from Scentbird, and I've gotten a lot. And my mom was like, I need that in my life.
Our nostrils must be the same. Not the smell receptors. The nostrils. The actual nostrils are the same. Yeah. She's really smart, you guys. She graduated with a 4.0. She got all A's in college. The one semester that she went. For sure.
It's expensive. It's Michael Germain, Sexual Noir or something like that. It was like $90. So
Why do you need to constantly reference how much something is? When I talk about a gift that I get someone, never do I feel need to talk about how much it was. Never. It's not anyone's business how much it was. It could be $2, it could be $200. It doesn't fucking matter. If I got you something, it's because I thought that you would like it. It's not about the price, Amber. It's fucking weird. You're like constantly trying to flex on us with money. But the reason that you're on here doing live streams every fucking day in November or planning on is because, babe, your money's running dry. And the amount of subscribers that you or the amount of members that you have has dramatically decreased. So now you actually have to come on and do work and actually get AdSense because the amount of memberships is no longer covering your rent anymore. So maybe stop trying to flex on the money all the time. It's not cute.
It. Like, it smells so good. So I got her that. For her desk at work, I got her this like sunflower thing.
How much was it, Amber?
I'm gonna tell you guys exactly what it says. She also has like shelves at work, and she loves just putting like little knick-knack paddywhacks on there. Knick-knack paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old me came rolling home.
Like her, y'all. Like her.
It's a sunflower, and it's like crocheted, and it says, "Never forget the difference that you make," and it's so cute. She loved it. And then I got her, because when you're in like sobriety, you get these like chips. You can get 24-hour, 1 day. It's been 5 days. It's been a week. It's been a month. Like, you know, her soberversary, yes, 10 years, a decade. And you get like coins, and I got her a 10-year one, but it's like unique, and it has this beautiful girl on it with this like beautiful dress, and on the back it said like a really pretty quote. I forget what it was. So
yeah, clearly very impactful that she can't even remember the quote. Super impactful for her.
One day yesterday. Going to bingo with strong perfume, so the review was about you then. Huh?
What? Did someone leave a Yelp review on the bingo? Because we know where she goes to bingo. Did someone leave a Yelp about a stanky fat woman constantly coming in, talking loud, being obnoxious?
Being on live, I'm gonna actually start doing weigh-ins, I think, for like Vlogmas, part of Vlogmas, because that is like such a common question. It's like, how much do you weigh? And it's like, okay, I guess I'll tell you.
I mean, she do be looking heftier. I'm just gonna say it. She do be looking heftier. That's all I'm gonna say.
Can't wait to see Mama Lynn on's Vlogmas. I don't know if I want to put her in videos anymore.
Yeah, because people don't really fuck with Mama Lynn anymore, especially with everything that Aunt Tammy was coming out with. It don't seem like Mama Lynn's that great of a person either. And also, take that away, the enabling that her mom does is just so beyond disgusting. Like, you're helping off your child. And that's just weird to me. It's not a good look.
People leave troll reviews on the bingo place. Oh my god, I'm dead. That's crazy. Do you know how much you weigh now? I do. Mama Lynn is great. Mama Lynn is definitely great.
I mean, she seems like a decent person in general, but like, I don't know. I don't know. Things that don't always appear as they seem, aren't always what they seem.
The dark red looks nice on you. Thank you. I appreciate that. So yeah, it's just
Amber Lynn is a person that looks good. I have an olive tone skin color and she does not, but we do have similar color aesthetics. Like, she looks good in neutral colors. So like, in like earthy colors. I wish she would wear that stuff more because it looks really nice in her, like greens, browns, burgundies, like this, I don't know, cream colors, like those are good. But when she wears the neon shit, she does not have, actually, yeah, she is pale that she can do neon stuff. But there's some colors that don't look good on her and I can't think of them right now. But like, she can mix between earth tones and bright colors very well, I will say. See, I'm not always a hater bitch. Not me calling her a bitch.
How is there 2,000 people watching right now?
Oh my gosh, you're like so popular. Okay.
So yeah, did I go trick-or-treating? No.
You guys, also, Mr. Snowflake's video, a few days, first off, the fact that he dressed, and also, you guys, I love Mr. Snowflake, okay? But the fact that he dressed as the devil, like the same costume, and then acted like it was like a coincidence, and then he dressed in the king outfit and acts like it was a coincidence again that they were dressed up. Like, he's just funny to me. It's little things like that that, like, I wish more people sometimes would act like Mr. Snowflake, because like he puts out really real and like very well thought out documentaries. He's very good at that kind of stuff. But also like in day to day, his like day to day thing content, it's not serious. Which like, this is also something that kind of I was thinking about when I was like reading the everything with Hecticana and Rachel, and just like I think it was like Jawbone that also was in there shit talking other reaction channels. It's like, you cannot have a superiority complex in this universe, okay? We are all sitting on here recording ourselves talking about a morbidly obese woman. And yes, she's done real life, real world harm. But on the surface level, it's fucking funny what we're doing. You know, like, we're literally shit talking a morbidly obese, psychotic woman who's just constantly making herself look dumber and dumber as the days go on. You cannot take yourself seriously when you're covering someone like that. You cannot have an ego when you're covering someone like that. You can't act like you're better than anyone, really. You know, it's like, I do think everyone for the most part is better than Amber Lynn. But like, within the community, no one is better than anyone else. We're all sitting on here talking about a locale. What, like, low key, what does that make us to be so invested into a locale? You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that in a derogatory way for us, because like, obviously it's fun and entertainment, and like, it's the same thing as watching trash TV and like, you know, trash movies. Like, you know, it's not good, but it's like also like itches that scratch, and it's like, it's good, but it's not good. You know what I mean? And so it's like the same concept. But you also have to remain humble in it all, because like, it's silly what we're doing. It's fun, but it's silly, you know?
Are usually, I don't know, maybe like 1,700, but for some reason when I hit like the 2,000 mark, I feel like I'm literally the most famous person that existed. But
for sure.
That's not true.
No, it's
that's not
for
true.
Sure, yeah.
Not even remotely close.
Nope, not even close.
What were you for Halloween? I was a devil, and then I was a queen. So I dressed up as two. And when I was out with my mom, oh my gosh, she's so cute, because like I was all ready, and like I literally only wore the queen thing because for my live stream, since I'm live streaming daily now. And my mom, she called me.
Oh, so she is officially. Yesterday she was debating whether she's gonna do it. It sounds like she is gonna attempt to do it. Let's all take bets. It's $5 to join. Place your bets down below. I think she'll last 14 days. Let me know what you think. It's not actually $5.
She was like, oh my god, you have to wear that out. You look so pretty. I'm like, okay. Obviously.
Amber, she did not need her mom to tell her that. She set up and she knew. She got ready literally because she knew she was going out. She's like, well, I might as well also make some money.
Don't say that, but so I wore it out, and I had 4 people ask if it was my birthday, and I should have just said yes, it was, but it was just because it was like Halloween weekend, you know?
But Amber, you're sitting there wearing a black shirt, black pants, probably black flats, and then you have a crown on. In what world is that giving princess, bitch? In what fucking world? Like, it might be a dress that you're wearing, but you're wearing it as a shirt, babes. So, none of that gave princess. The devil one was pretty good, though, I will say.
Am I excited for Vlogmas? No. I'm more so excited for 2026, to be honest. No, my pets did not dress up. Oh my god, now I have 2,300 people watching. Stop. What is it?
Did y'all hear that?
Kendra, I love you. I love seeing you here.
I just internally
Are you planning out the Vlogmas days in advance? No. What do you want for
Christmas? Of course. You guys, what a fucking dumb question. You think, why would Amber Lynn put any fucking time into her career? That's... Use your brains. Oh my god.
I don't really want anything. I just want, like, happiness, you know?
Oh yeah, I bet. It's because you sit on there ordering from Amazon every fucking day, and then you're gonna sit there applauding Billie Eilish for calling out billionaires, which, like, yes, let's applaud her, and also the fact that she gave like 1/3 of her net worth to a charity, Rachel. You know, and also she boycotts Amazon because it's owned by a fucking billionaire, Jeff Bezos, and you're sitting there being like, oh my god, it's like so good that happened, and like I support this, and then you're sitting here fucking ordering from Amazon every 2 fucking seconds. Put your money where your mouth is, babes. You don't know how to do that.
What do you use for your eyebrows? Just like an eyebrow pencil type deal?
Yeah, it's not good. Amber, you can never. Look at these eyebrows. Although they kind of thinned here a little bit. I don't know why. I've been losing hair a little bit because I've been very stressed. But it stopped now. I think I'm learning to cope with stress a little bit. But last year I lost so much hair due to stress. Oh my God. It started growing back this summer, and I'm not losing it as dramatically this year. So I think I've improved something. Also, y'all, fun fact, you would have thought I've already knew this, and you guys, I did know this. But turns out when you go to bed at a regular hour every day, like the same time or like within that hour, you're like better. It's like good for your health. Obviously, I already knew that, but it's something that I very much preached but did not practice. And finally, I'm practicing it, and it's showing much improvement in my health and my well-being mentally.
They want to see me lose it? Trust, there's no losing it. I have no reason to lose it.
I don't know.
For Cup, if you watch the beginning of this, you hear me say it's giving obsessed, she's obsessed. I have not. Prove the thing you're saying about Rachel. You know, which parts? Like, what?
See, that's the thing, too. That's the difference between Rachel and you. Rachel comes in with receipts. You come in and say a bunch of shit, and then when people are like, hey, can you show us proof that that's real? She's like, oh my God, what are you talking about? Like, what? Like, what do you mean? That's the difference between you and not just Rachel, but reaction channels. Reaction channels actually put proof in their videos when they say shit about you. You don't do that shit. You just read for your journal as if that's anything, and you just say shit and are like, well, just believe me. Like, pretend like I don't have a 12-year track record of lying.
I want to see you rap. Oh my God.
What?
From people, because they were like, what the fuck? Like, I'm the one who received the screenshots from people because they were like, what the fuck? That's so funny.
So I just don't care.
We haven't seen anything that match what you're saying. Okay, I'm sorry, then you haven't seen the screenshots, but they're there. They're out there.
That's not what people are talking about. I'm guessing are talking about the fact that you came for a person's relationship. Something that, by the way, is not your place to be talking about. The reason that people are allowed to talk about your relationships, Amberlynn, is because you put them online. You talk about them. You sit there crying about them when they break up with you. You do all this. You let us into the relationship. So when you do that and you put it online, people are then, it is now public information. You have now put it publicly, so people are allowed to publicly have an opinion on it and say their opinion on it. Rachel, other than saying she has a girlfriend and she's hot and she loves her, which is great. I hope that's true for you. I hope that you two are madly in love. Like, besides that, nothing has been talked about Rachel's girlfriend. We don't know her name. We don't know what she looks like. We don't know what she does. We don't know where they live. Well, maybe they live in London because she talks about London quite a bit. But we don't know anything. It's not like we're getting vlogs of the two doing stuff together. It's not like we know like this person now. Like, it's not the same thing. So like you once again are missing the context of things and missing the point. Like, when you put something online, you can speak about it. Rachel did not put her relationship online. So for the fact that you came on to now talk about her relationship, and this is the second time she's done this now because she did it with Mr. Snowflake and his relationship, which he's never talked about, never put online, never even like really spoke about it, period. Like, less than Rachel. And Rachel has barely spoken about her relationship. And you came for him and his personal relationship and his personal life. And you're now doing the same thing to Rachel. And again, this is not to defend Rachel, but you're not understanding why people look at you and think you're a fucking piece of shit. These are the reasons. Because you sit here acting holier than thou. You sit here constantly acting like a victim when you do these things to yourself. But then you go on and do exactly what you complain about people doing. And you actually do those things to someone else. And that's the difference between you and other people. You're a shit person, and you're also too dumb to realize you're a shit person. What a fucking irony, dude.
They're literally there. I'm obsessed. Okay, so you're telling me I'm obsessed with someone who makes content like video after video after video after video after video of me. Emily gave Jordy the video. No, Rachel gave Jordy the video.
But Amber, where do you think the I'm gonna hold my hand when I ask you this. Where do you think the video came from? Do you think Jordy snuck into Emily's house in the middle of the night and airdropped it to himself and then sent it around to everyone else? I'm guessing that's not what happened. I'm guessing Emily sent it to people and then people spread it around. So, like, once again, she's going to use semantics. In this particular instance, no, Jordy sent it to Rachel, or Rachel sent it to Jordy. Okay. So where did Rachel get it from, Amber? Tell me that. Answer me that question. Where did Rachel get it? Hello?
Yeah, Rachel's crazy, folks. I like Rachel, but lately that put me off. They're all liars. The reaction channels are nothing but liars and conniving and creepy.
This is what I get pissed about. Is that because the moment she finds something with one reaction channel, it's now everyone is like this. And that's not fucking true. But you're dumb people have black and white thinking.
They will literally do anything to make money.
How about you just talk about Rachel? Because that's who we're talking about right now. Why are you throwing everyone into this pile?
Like, make people hate me. It's like a vicious cycle. It is crazy.
We don't have to make you hate anyone. Or we don't have to make anyone hate you, babe. You do that all on your own, okay?
Madeline, welcome, love. I just sit here and people say I'm super boring. People say I'm super boring. Do you think I'd be making boring content if I would do anything to make money? All I'm doing is sitting here. I'm on your side for this one. Thank you, Madeline. I appreciate that.
There is no side to have. Amber Lynn is not a victim in any of this. What? Amber Lynn is not anything in this. She is not a part of this event right now. She's a bystander in this event. Emily and Rachel are the main characters in this event, okay? I don't know why I keep saying event. I can't think of another word right now. Not Amber Lynn. Amber Lynn has nothing to do with this.
Sounds like this Rachel person doesn't deserve your energy. No, Nico, no.
So then why are you speaking about it for 49 minutes?
Girl, you're the one who brought Em into this world. It's your fault. I disagree with that. If you remembered not to like talk shit, I'm like not talking shit. I'm just like stating something that's true. I didn't want to post my girlfriend at all. And she was like, no, do it. And I tried to like warn her about the haters. And I guess I should have talked more about the gravity, but like she like wanted to go online. And yeah, it wasn't me. It was a whole situation.
But it was, at the end of the day, Amber Lynn, no one can force you to post anything on your channel without your consent. You are the owner of your channel. You are the one pushing the publish button. So, like, you can try to blame it on Emily, which, like, don't get me wrong. Emily 100% wanted the attention. She wanted to be online. She thought that this was her big break, okay? And she didn't do enough research on who the fuck she was about to get into bed with. But it's both of your fault. Emily pushed and you agreed with it. Because at the end of the day, someone can beg me all day fucking long to be on my channel. If I don't want you on my channel, you're not going to be on my channel. Right? That's just how it is. You can't force me to do anything.
So I don't want to be in a relationship, but like if I ever am in the past, like, I mean in the future, in the past, I think you're obsessed when I talk about it. So talking about something that is like actively happening right now because like people have brought me into this like drama of it all does not make me obsessed. It means I am just responding to the situation at hand, especially because so many people are talking about it in my chat.
I think it's fair.
So yeah, that doesn't make me obsessed. It just means I'm responding to something.
I do think she's obsessed, but I don't think this is the indicator that she's obsessed. I think the fact that I know she's been pining for something like this to happen because she's obsessed with like taking down reaction channels because she thinks that if reaction channels are delegitimized, then she is somehow legitimized, right? It's like it can only be one or the other, and she doesn't realize that both both things can like both be the same, like both be delegitimized, you know? Nothing, people's perspective on Amber Lynn has not changed because there's nothing to change about Amber Lynn. Amber Lynn is still the same piece of shit person. It's just now another character to add on to doing something shitty.
I think that people are very like hot and heavy over. Katie, welcome. Not talk about Rachel. It's definitely weird because it's like Rachel talks about me unprompted. I have to be prompted to the point of like ad nauseum, like my stomach hurts, my brain's about to explode because so many people are talking about her. That's when I finally respond.
I think let's be honest about the situation with Rachel. It's not that Rachel's obsessed, and I don't think any of us are obsessed with Amber Lynn. I do think she's fascinating, and I think a lot of us find her fascinating. But I think, especially for people who are using this to make a substantial amount of money, which people like bigger channels, you know, like Rachel or Jordy or Hecticana, right? They make a lot of money reacting. And that, I'm sure, is extremely beneficial to their lifestyle, right? No one is gonna turn down getting money, especially when it's like as simple as shitting on a person or calling out their shit things that they do. Ugh, I'm like losing my train of thought. I have class all day, you guys. Okay. So like I think we really have to be honest with ourselves. And I know Amber Lynn will never do this because she loves to think that people do everything because they're obsessed with her. But it's also, for a lot of reaction channels, really easy money. And Jordy is super open with this. And that's something that I really do like about Jordy is that he will admit, and he admitted it in this last live, I do this to make money. It's fun and I like you guys, but I do this to make money. This is a job for me. This is his income. This is how he pays his bills. This is how he pays for food and his boo-boos, you know, like, and I think that's true for a lot of reaction channels, especially reaction channels that have turned this into a career. And so like, Amber, you're easy. You're easy because we know that you're going to always make mistakes. We know you're always going to say something stupid. We know you're always going to say something off the wall, that some drama is going to happen, and it's easy content to make, right? And I'm not saying that for all reaction channels. I think especially like us smaller ones, we do it because we're interested, you know, and like we want to speak about it. But and I think that for bigger channels too, it's still coming from a place of interest and a place of wanting to communicate with their audience and a place of like, this is fun and entertaining. But like we can't negate the fact that they're making their monthly money to live, you know, and you're an easy person to do that.
When she decides to like touch the poo and like rub herself all over it and like flirt with my ex just to get tea and then lie about paying her, like it's a mess. Like she has to like be involved in my life for me to even give her the time of day.
She's Amber, once again, she's not really involved in your life though. Real talk, y'all are broken up. You're not part of Emily's life anymore.
But she gives me the time of day, like no matter what. So she's obsessed. So anything involving my weight right now, the core mobilities due to it, the immobilities due to it, the rumors involving it all has nothing to do with me and Rachel, and it won't have anything to do with me and Rachel.
What?
So telling me, but girl, you're fat, but girl, this or that, but girl, it means nothing. You're also getting obsessed. So what are even words still? I don't know.
Amber doesn't know what words are because she constantly misuses words. She has no idea definitions of words. She words to her are unvaluable. We'll leave it at that. If you know, you know.
That is a fucking good question. A word stew. Get it? See what I did there?
No, I don't see it.
Did you feel jealous about Rachel and Em? No, because Emily chose to stop talking to Rachel because Rachel's a fucking crazy. Like it's creepy.
I'm guessing Emily chose to stop talking to Rachel when Rachel said, I ain't giving you money. I don't think it had anything to do with what she looked like. I really don't. I think it had everything to do with the fact that Emily found out she ain't getting paid, so she's like, why the fuck am I going to tell you shit? Which, like, real talk, valid, but...
creepy, genuinely. But you do know you're big, right? Yes. I'm enormous.
Fine. Okay, so as I said, I'm in pathology, and something that's really crazy is that the pathologies that we've learned about, so this is my pathology book, right? Okay. The majority of stuff that you find, the three main causes of a lot of pathologies: drinking, smoking, obesity. And if it's not the direct cause, it can be the indirect cause, which is crazy, Amberlyn. Like, open this up, put something that could happen to you, Amber. Diverticula and stenosis. Diverticula. Abnormal outpouching of the esophageal wall. Damn, I did not know that one. You know, like, just saying, Amber. I'm just saying. You should really start taking care of your health. I mean, look, I think she's past it. Maybe that's me for me. I think there is no hope for her, but yeah.
You're responding about not taking accountability for anything that anyone is asking about. Accountability about what, love? I didn't do anything.
Okay. You came on, called Emily an abuser in multiple different lives, completely tried to twist it as though everything that Emily was saying about you, it was actually Emily that did that to you, which is Darvo, right? Blamed Rarity exploring too hard on Emily. Just, all this stuff, and then deleted it all and was like, you guys, she's never harmed me. You literally were joking about the fact that she wanted women to be 1,000+ on oxygen tanks, that she loved, that you could finally lose weight because you're not with Emily anymore, that she loved to have you eat, and then deleted that, and then went on and went, she's never harmed me, you guys. She's never tried to harm me or anyone else. And people want to know where that fucking came from. That's what people want to know. But you've never addressed that. You're going to act like that didn't happen. Like, somehow we all have fucking amnesia. I don't know.
So I don't owe, thank you for the super chat. I don't owe Beck any money. That is one of the things that Beck said. See, I don't want to talk about Beck because health, but like, people constantly bringing up this inheritance thing after I already have responded over it 9 million times and proved that Beck was lying about not.
You didn't prove, Amber. First off, you lied about the bank stuff, and it was very obvious you lied about it. The proof that you try to show us was not proof, and literally proved Beck's point more. So, okay.
Having free range of the money is kind of annoying, not gonna lie. And that is why I do not talk about it, because I already did multiple times.
Yeah,
Beck and I shared
and it didn't have the fuck up, Amber. We literally have video of Beck asking if they can get things. Asking like you're their mother. That's fucking weird, bro.
Bank account. Beck had a debit card just as I had one.
I'm sorry. I can't even listen to her.
Beck doesn't want to be part of a single day, and I ignore it. And how do you feel with all this bullying?
Sorry, but I just can't hear her fucking lie about Beck anymore. I'm just so fucking over her trying to continuously drag Beck in the dirt, continuously try to gaslight Beck and the audience. It's fucking irritating.
I do not deserve it. Love you. Thank you, Tracy. You're so sweet. And honestly, someone asked earlier whether you think Rachel's actually in love or was just flirting to get tea. So I think it started as like, oh, I'm gonna flirt to get tea. And then I think Rachel kind of fell down the lines of like, oh, I'm getting some feelings. So.
Amber, you think that because, one, again, you think it makes yourself look good, but also because that's how you are. You fall in love super easily because you like attention. I don't think that's what was happening with Rachel. Again, I can't 100% say that, but I just don't have a feeling that Rachel, a person that has shit on Emily for months now, who constantly talks about the fact that she's a death feeder, like, would now all of a sudden be attracted to her. That doesn't make sense, Amberlyn. People don't want to be with someone that wants to harm them.
That's my opinion, because I know how the cookie crumbles.
No, you know how you are, Amber, but you also have the mentality of a 14-year-old, and if someone looks at you nicely, you call them your boyfriend. Like, that's how you are. It's like the little girl in the playground where the boy like is like, can I get that soccer ball? And the girl's like, oh my god, he's my boyfriend now. Like, we all either experienced that or knew girls that and boys that were like that, in elementary school. That's how you are, Amberlyn. Okay? That's not how normal 35-year-olds are, okay?
I usually don't. The new red couch, I usually don't. Rachel's fucking weird, I know. Understand, like, I understand hating me, disliking me, whatever it may be, but reaction channels are designed to manipulate you, whether it's through lying or them losing their, like, more.
She's acting like we work for the fucking government, bro. Like, we're like fucking sleeper spies here to like propagandize you and to believe in something. Bro, we just use your own words against you and we call it out. You're giving people way too much credit, my dude. You're giving reaction channels way too much credit. We're people who fell down the rabbit hole of Amberlynn Reed and are stuck in here. Like, that's it, Amber. You created hate on your channel way before reaction channels came about, okay? You had more dislikes than likes from pretty much the very beginning. I know a lot of people don't realize that. Go watch The Ankle when he goes through the Crystal era. He shows, and this is the first time I realized it too, he realized she was hated from the very beginning. People did not fuck with Amberlynn Reed from the very fucking beginning. The very beginning. And the only reason that she got such a big following is because people started realizing she was a locale, and it was like one of those car crashes that you couldn't look away from.
Morals, they're designed to get you to hang on and continue disliking you.
For sure.
Because if you start liking me, you're not going to want to watch them anymore. They are designed to make you believe horrible things about me. It's so
I'm going to need you to take the tinfoil hat off for a second, Amberlynn. You sound crazy. Okay? You sound fucking insane right now. I'm kind of here for it.
To do when so many of them are so good at manipulating and finding ways to do that. And then it's like a domino effect. Like, one person, the reaction channel, says one thing to 5 people, and then each of those people say it to 5 people, and it just continues to grow.
Amber, you act like people don't have their own brains. That people don't have their own eyes. That they can't comprehend what's being said by you. You know? Like, whatever.
But this reaction channel is saying it to thousands. All the reaction channels. And when you say things, when these reaction channels say things with such strong confidence, they will make you believe anything. They have made you believe. They have made you believe that I hurt my cat. Did I make a...
No, Emily. Confirmed. But we all had suspicions of. That's all I'm going to say. We didn't have to say anything, Amber. Realistically, Emily fucking told us. It wasn't her. We saw the receipts on that whole part. I will say that's the part that was the only part for me that was interesting in Rachel's. Not that the whole thing wasn't interesting, obviously out of context, but that was the part that was really like, oh, because like it gave the actual timeline of the Rarity situation. You lied about Rarity 3 different times. 3 different times you lied about what happened. The time of day it happened, how long she was missing. 3 different times you lied about that, okay? Just to find out in the text, not even from word of mouth, from text between you and Emily, the real timeline. And it didn't even match the 3 different lies that you told us.
Poor decision.
If you didn't do anything, you don't need to make 3 different stories. That's all I'm gonna say.
By taking them with me somewhere where I was for 3 months, did I make a poor decision? Absolutely.
You were supposed to be there for 2 weeks. You took those animals because you wanted to manipulate Emily into letting you move in. That's what happened. And your shit personality, your abusive self, ruined that for you. And you had to lug everything back to Oklahoma. Something you were not anticipating to do. I guarantee you. You were not anticipating to do that. 2 weeks you were supposed to be gone. You do not take 3 elderly animals across the United States, a 14+ hour drive, to stay someplace for 2 weeks. You get someone to come and either take them to their house or for them to stay at your house. That's what normal people do. And I left Dimitri for 2 months. Obviously, I had my landlord took care of him. Thank God. 2 months. Because 2 months was still too much time, or too little time to make him go on a plane twice within 2 months. Because he's 8 years old. He's not old by any means, but that's a lot of stress on an animal. And he got to go out. I walked, like, when I do travel with him, I walk him around on a leash in the airport. People fucking love it. There's people all around the world that have fucking photos of him that come up and take photos of him. So Dimitri's in a lot of people's camera rolls because of it. But you literally made your cats sit in a kennel, a tiny ass kennel, for 14 plus hours with no movement. You're a shit person, Amberlynn. We don't have to make anything up. You do all these things on your own, and we just call it out how we see it.
Did I think I was making the right one because I would rather them be with me because they're my children? The way that I view my pets is how I would view if I had children. They are...
And again, I thank God that she cannot have children. Because if her pets are an indicator of how she would treat human children, that's terrifying. CPS would be called, Amber. That's what you're not fucking getting through your head. And I get the concept. I view Dimitri as my child, but I actually act like he's my child.
Are to be with me. I am the one to take care of them. If I'm going to be gone for a large length of time, I want them with me.
You weren't supposed to go for 3 months, babe. That was you trying to manipulate yourself. You weasel your way into Emily's life. That was on you, Amber. You weren't supposed to be there for 3 months.
A job to care for them to the best of my ability.
Yeah, well,
and
you
as
don't
a
do
pet
well.
owner, I can admit that maybe taking them with me was a bad mistake. Did they get along with the pets there? Yes. Did they seem scared when we were there? No. They owned the place. Thankfully, they owned the place. They loved it there.
Okay, Amber.
But did a mistake happen that happens to millions of people a year? Yes.
Millions, Amber? Where are you getting that? We'll look it up later.
And now I have to live with that for the rest of my life. But these reaction channels have made you believe that I would hurt her. If you go back and watch my content, Rarity was with me in so many videos. I have more photos of her. I mean, I love all my pets the same, but I have more photos of Rarity than I do with Sabi and Twinkie combined. I don't know what it was, but that was my soul cat.
No. Dimitri is my soul animal. If I don't know where he is at every fucking moment, I freak out. If I can't find... He has his spaces. And if I go around and I don't see... I start... Dimitri. And, like, he could be gone for, like, less than 10 minutes before I would notice. Less than 10 minutes. Not a whole fucking day. And if he got out in the snow, you better fucking believe I'm not coming back inside until I find him. You're fucking delusion. I fucking hate the way she speaks about animals because it's all fucking words, but her actions show she does not give a fucking damn about those animals. A fucking damn. The fact that I can hear Twinkie's fucking nails every time she walks on your goddamn floors is a big fucking indicator that you're not taking care of your animals.
But they've made you believe.
Cry,
that
bitch.
I did something wrong.
Cry. I don't give a fuck.
That is what they are designed to do.
Yep.
And they are successful.
Yep.
We're
successful.
It's fun and it's entertainment, but I am real. This is not a crash out. This is a woman who genuinely can have anything said about her. I'm telling you, you can say anything about me.
No, we can't. You've crashed out about that too.
That by far has hurt me more than anything else has.
You know why? Because you fucking hate the fact that not only do people know who the fuck you are as a human being, people know who you are as an animal owner. Hate that word, but whatever. Animal haver. And thirdly, the whole plan didn't even fucking work. And I've said this before when I talked about the Rarity situation, and I'll say it again. I do not think she intended for Rarity to get lost permanently. I think she thought, I'll let her out. I'll say that, oh, I can't find her. Rarity would probably stick close by, and we'll go find her, and everything will be fine, and then I'll get to stay a few more, for longer. And instead, Rarity probably got scared, probably was very cold, and looked for shelter, and got lost. And hopefully, I don't think so. Like, realistically, I don't think Rarity is alive anymore, but hopefully someone found her, okay? But not only did you end up losing Rarity, but then on top of it, you got kicked out 3 days later after it. And you still had to leave. And that's the part that fucking eats you up, is that you lost her, you didn't get what you wanted, and now people know who you are, really know who you are, and you got caught with it. That fucking eats you up. You hate being perceived as the real person that you are. Because you constantly talk about how good of a pet parent, I love my pet parent, I'm a pet mama, like, blah, blah, blah. But when it comes down to it, you can't do, you not only can you not provide proper care for your pets, but you were willing to sacrifice one to have a woman continue to feed you. And this whole Rarity is my soul cat, if Rarity was your soul cat, Rarity wouldn't be the one that was opted to give up because you could only have 2 animals in Oklahoma. Beck told us, you initially thought that you were only allowed 2 animals in Oklahoma and you were going to give Rarity to Beck. And then you found out you could keep Rarity, so you took all 3 of them. Also, when you gave Rarity up when you couldn't have the animals in the Eric and Ricky house in Kentucky, Rarity was the one that was given up first. You don't give a fuck about that cat. Every single time there's an animal on the chopping block, it was Rarity that was put up. Every single time. And the last time that Rarity was put up was the sacrifice cat to get you to be able to stay a little longer. The problem is that she ended up not staying close like you anticipated. You feel like shit. And honestly, you should feel like shit. You should feel like utter shit, and this shit should eat you alive until your last breath. You should think about and cry over what you did to that animal and what you've done to all these animals, all of them that have been in your possession. You've been horrible to every single animal that has been in your vicinity, dude.
On YouTube. Out of all 13 years that I've been on here, that has hurt me more than anything else. And you can say anything about me. Anything. Nothing will compare. Nothing. And there's nothing I can do about it because I don't have a fucking camera living on my forehead. There's no proof in something that there is no proof that I would never in a million years do anything to my pets because they are my everything. Mm-hmm. They're my actual everything.
But you can't get them to vet appointments. It took someone else opting to get Rarity neutered before you finally did it. It took people calling Animal Control Service multiple times to your house for you to, I don't know, maybe get a little bit of a grip with your animals. Okay. Yeah, you care so much.
And that's all I can really say.
Mm-hmm.
So, sure. I think I've been needing to get that out. Doesn't crash over.
You've literally said this 5 billion times, Amberlynn. You can keep saying it all damn day. It's not going to convince people more.
Crash out over a reaction channel falling in love with her girlfriend. Ex-girlfriend, sorry. She's not my girlfriend, I promise. That's just like, I'm flustered in this moment. But I'll crash out over this. No, this isn't a crash out. Like, I genuinely am just like, oh, the whole Rarity thing. Like, I don't know what it is, but lately, like, people are so into calling me. And I don't want to say it out loud. It's just like, it is the whole...
I love that the Yankle, every single video, makes sure to call her that. And as he should.
The worst. And, like, I've been called the actual worst things. The worst thing you can be called. Everyone knows what that is.
What's the worst thing that you can be called? Y'all, let me know in the comments below. What's the worst thing you can be called? I don't really know. What's the worst thing a white woman can be called in America who doesn't leave their house?
I've been called that. I've been called every horrendous thing there is, but it...
You literally haven't. There is a lot of horrendous things that you have not been called because you don't fit that. But okay, Amber.
It's
okay.
Like gut-wrenching to be told that I did something to Rarity because I miss her every fucking day. Every fucking day. It is.
I do believe that. I do believe she misses Rarity. I do believe that she's very sad that Rarity is gone. But I think more so she's sad that she is being called out for it. I think at the end of the day, she's upset because people see her for who she is.
Exhausting. And I know that's how it's gonna be forever. Because she was my like actual everything. Anyway, I needed to get that out. That's fine. We can just like move on, please.
Good job.
Please. Hold on a second.
I
haven't read the chat, but I have something popped up I have to do. Wait, where's the... Hold on a second. Makeup bag, never mind. Who cares if Rachel's fat? Your makeup still looks nice. Oh my god. Size isn't everything. Like, skinny doesn't equal attractive. Fat doesn't equal ugly. I know society has made us think that, but...
For sure, Amber. But you're fat and ugly. You just happen to fit the bill for both. Sorry. But yeah, no, fat doesn't equal ugly. Skinny doesn't equal pretty. You just happen to be fat and ugly. And again, the ugliness comes from your personality, babe. Like, you're not my type. I have a type for women. You're not my type. But yeah, like, you're not ugly per se. You're ugly because your personality is ugly, and it seeps through.
That's just not it. To a lot of people,
Wait, what?
No, fat is beautiful to me. It's beautiful to a lot of people. It just adds more. It just adds more.
That's not... When I say fat, by the way, I mean like 300 pounds overweight, 200 pounds overweight. Okay, I'm not talking about 50, even 100 pounds. It's like, yeah, you're fat, but like, you know, you can still relatively live a healthy life with that. I'm talking like severe obesity, okay? That's not attractive at that point. That is an indication that someone is mentally not well, that someone cannot take care of themselves properly. That's an issue. That is not attractive. That doesn't add lore. It's just unhealthy, and it's sad, and it's an indicator of something greater going on, right? Literally, weight gain and weight loss can be indicators of pathologies. You know, like, I don't think that people should get hated on for their size, whether you're on either spectrum. But I also don't think on either spectrum there should be glorification of it either. If it's cutting your life short, if it's inhibiting your quality of life, there's nothing attractive about that, right? And I get you can be attracted to someone heavier or skinnier. And again, I mean on extreme ends. I'm not talking about normal fluctuations in between. Of course, like, you can't help your attraction, but let's not glorify that, right?
Oh, she doesn't look like she would be fat. She doesn't, like, in the face.
Why are we talking about this? She's clearly, like, overweight, but she's not crazy obese, dude. Like, you see people like her all the time. In Romania, I see people her size. If you go to her Instagram, you can see her. She's not some crazy, it's not like she's really catfishing that much. Like, she's not catfishing at all. She looks the size that she looks. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, ugly and attractive aren't everything either. Like, how we look in this, like, how we physically look in this, like, storyline has nothing to do with the storyline. Rachel's still obsessed, okay?
Also, there's no such thing as an ugly person. It's literally the beauty's in the eye of the beholder. To someone, you might be ugly. To someone else, you might be the most beautiful human being in the world. And also, the fact that you exist, you look like your ancestors. Someone else found your ancestors attractive, okay? Like, I think even the fact that we have terms like pretty and ugly are just stupid, because, like, that's all subjective. Beauty is subjective. Attractiveness is subjective. It's like, what is society trying to tell you to be? What is society trying to push on you right now? What is society trying to get you to buy right now, you know? And, like, for a very long time in modern societies, especially in Western modern societies, it's really lucrative to make women feel uncomfortable in their bodies, right? So that increases the plastic surgery, that increases the cosmetics and buying clothes and jewelry and all this other stuff to, in a way, to like make you feel beautiful, right? But first they have to make you feel insecure so that you can then have a solution given to you where if you do this thing, if you buy this thing, now you'll be considered pretty, right? You really mostly see it in women. Obviously there's forms of it for men, but it's not as grotesque in the way that it's done. And also like, yeah, that's a whole different story. But like, it's all, there's a purpose to it. It's not actually true. No one is actually ugly or pretty. You're just you. You know? Like,
it's easy to have a slim face. Oh my god, there is this one girl on TikTok that like goes viral.
it's easy to have a slim face. My face looks like, even when I'm like smaller, like I've lost weight from last year, but even when I'm like, have been my smallest, my face is still chubby. It's just, again, it's all genetics, people. Like, it's literally all genetics. You cannot help where you store fat. Some people store fat in their cheeks like me, and I store fat in my hips. So I got hips for days, but I don't store fat in my abdomen. I store less fat in my like limbs, you know? It's just is what it is. You can't target fat loss, and you can't help where fat is stored. It's just genetics. And honestly, it's usually where your ancestors came from, where it was the most beneficial to have fat, you know? Obviously, there's environmental factors as well, but like, it's not easy to have a slim face. It's just genetics if you have a slim face or not. If y'all have ever watched Holby City, Jack Naylor, which my favorite character, they fucking did her so dirty, y'all. Watch Holby City if you haven't. They did her so dirty. She's my favorite surgeon. She's a baddie. She's my faux inspiration for medicine. Not really, because I've always wanted to do medicine, but she's a baddie. She has a very the actual person. I'm forgetting her name right now, which is bad, but it's like Rosie something, something M, Rosie M. But she has very angular face. And even as she got older, because as you get older, your body changes and you start putting weight on more places than others. And it's just because of metabolic, metabolic changes and hormone changes as you get older, and it's very normal. But her face stayed angular like she was still in her 20s, right? It's just genetics. That was my long rant of it's just genetics, y'all. And I can't handle when fucking idiots like this talk about shit that they don't know about.
When she like because she films like super close and like she looks super skinny, right? Like 120, and then she'll back up and she's probably like 350 or something, but she is fucking stunning.
Oh, right? I've seen this video. She does not look 120 pounds, okay? I will say her face is slimmer than the rest of her body. I know who she's talking about, but you can still tell she's a bigger girl. There's only so much, you know? Like, if you gain weight, sure, she clearly, like, there's people who gain less weight in their face, so even as their body gets bigger, their face might not be proportional to their body, but their face still is bigger, you know?
I even think her body is perfection. Like, she is so attractive.
Yeah, she's very beautiful. I know who she's talking about. This video is very pretty.
It's like, yeah, some people do have smaller faces. That is true. That is true. That is true. So,
Thank you so much, Amber. This is great content. Y'all. Look at this fucking earlobe, bruh. I'm sorry. That's body shaming. But the fucking grandpa earlobes, bro. I can't. I take out my earrings now before I go to bed because I read, or like someone told me, like not someone told me, right? I was watching a TikTok and it was like a 50-year-old woman, and she's like, hey, just so you know, like as an older woman, she's not old, by the way, but as an older woman, I wish someone had told me this. When you sleep with earrings, it ends up pulling because you're like moving around and pulling and tugging, and it ends up pulling your earlobes. And so like it makes this like, you know, grandpa earlobes. So take out your earrings before you go to bed, which is common sense, but also I never did that. Like I've always slept with my earrings. But now I take them out because like I do not want grandpa earlobes. I mean, it's fine, but like not prematurely, you know? When it happens, it happens. But I'd like to not have it prematurely happen.
Whoops.
Why are we doing this?
Yeah, that's the it girl. I love that. I've never thought about it. Like oh my god, I've never, because people are always like, you live longer if you're thinner, and I'm just like, that's not always the case. Like,
Amberlynn, you will cut your life short being obese. Being overweight, probably not. And again, being overweight is like max 50 pounds before you start getting into the obese category, by the way. Okay? So having a few extra pounds on you, being 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 pounds overweight, you're not going to really cut your life short. You're fine. You're curvy. Get it, okay? When you're obese, you 100% are cutting your life short. Again, like I said, most pathologies are either caused directly by obesity or indirectly by obesity. You're going to be hard-pressed to find a disorder or anything that can happen to you that doesn't have a correlation or a causation with obesity, okay? So Amberlynn, with your faux ass medical talking points, I'm gonna need you to stop, okay? Watching TikTok videos of women being like, and men being like, you can be fat and healthy, it doesn't make it true. You can be overweight and healthy. I will always stand on that hill because I don't think everyone was meant to be 129 pounds, okay? I think there's a lot of women out here who are 5'4", who are meant to be 550, 560, 570. And you can tell because it's proportionally put on their body. It doesn't look obscure, right? Not everyone. And there is bone frames, okay? The whole thing of like, oh, like, I'm just big boned, and it used to be like used as a joke for fatter people. You can have bigger bone structures. People do have bigger bone structures, okay? I have a friend who's tiny. She has tiny wrists. And when I hug her, I feel like I could like literally, and she's a perfectly normal weight for her body. She's perfectly normal. I don't know how much she weighs, but she's healthy. She has fat and like proportionate to her body. She's very healthy, right? In the sense of that. I hug her and her bones are tiny. You hug me, I'm built, okay? I'm built for the fields, okay? Like, I am sturdy. There is differences in bone structure. So, like, not everyone is meant to be 110 pounds and not everyone is meant to be 150 pounds or 60 pounds, you know, whatever, 200 pounds. There's, you know, like, it all depends on your height, your bone structure, your muscle mass, like, it depends on a lot of different factors, a lot of factors that you can't control, right? I don't know. I could go on a rant with all this.
No, but you said you live better when thinner, and that's probably true. I like that, actually. You live better thinner. It's true.
You will live longer, again, thinner, if you're not obese, right? And that just means it's better to be overweight than obese. And it's, you know, I think it's kind of negligible for the most part. I don't know if this is 100% true, but just from what I've seen, it seems pretty negligible between an average size, like, you know, a quote unquote normal size body, which again it's also propaganda. Okay. Just by the way, this is BMI it's not really accurate. Okay. But I don't think there's going to be much of a difference between someone who's like 20 pounds overweight and someone who isn't 20 pounds overweight. There's not going to be any real change there. But going from morbidly obese to overweight, dramatic shift in your life expectancy. I can tell you that one.
You can do more, and it's
for
easier.
sure. For sure. Also that.
I love that. Hold on. I want to save that. I want to write that down.
Why is that a revelation for Amber Lynn? What the fuck? This should not be a revelation for you.
Can someone like message me that? You live better thinner. I'm gonna read that.
You could just say your quality of life is better when you're thinner. That's all it means.
Okay, I'm gonna put it up. A big picture, like.
It's not gonna change anything for her.
No, I know it's better. BE, I know. You have hobbies. I mean, I have a lot of hobbies, like a lot. Like that's why people are like, do you ever get bored? Like when you're home all the time. I love being home because I have so many. I'm like a hobby girl. Like I never get bored. I don't even know what bored feels like. The only emotion that I get that might kind of resemble that feeling is like restless. Sometimes I'll get restless. And to me, that feels like I don't know what to do. I want to do everything, but I also don't want to do anything. So it makes me feel kind of like this. And what usually helps with that is standing up and cleaning. Like you need to like just shake it out. But that's not even the feeling of being bored, you know?
We're almost done. Let's just get through this. It's already 2 hours.
There's nothing wrong with being a homebody. Exactly. Like, I'm not housebound. No, I just don't drive.
So you are housebound, Amber. You can be housebound for vast amounts of reasons. It doesn't just have to be because you've eaten yourself to the point where you can't get out the door. You're housebound because you don't drive, Amber. Either way, you are stuck in your house. Unless someone actively comes to get you, you are stuck in your house. That is literally the definition of being housebound. What?
But whenever my mom's like, do you want to go to blah, blah, blah? I'm like, hell yeah, let's do it. Pop off. Sharpener. But I use it. Oh, wait, no. 24 months up line. Stop. I have that same lipstick and never knew. Oh, crazy. I'm not sure I like the color, but camera, it looks more like pink. But in person, it's very close to this, maybe a shade lighter. I got some right there, but... Miss Rachel might be skinny, but at least you got personality. Oh my gosh, stop.
Amberlynn does not have a personality. And in fact, the reason why people really liked Rachel, and I mean, again, I still like Rachel. I'm not going to take away the content that she has done, and I do think she's a very smart individual. But it's because she's very intelligent. She's very well spoken. She has a cute personality, an entertaining personality. Girl, what do you mean? You can barely get 300 likes on a fucking live stream, dude.
I appreciate that. But I think I'm going to get off because this is hectic at this point. I don't know. I have to go put I hate leaving my clothes in the wash for more than like 5 minutes. And it's been almost 50. So I need to go put those things in the dryer. So...
Ew, that's too long. You gotta do it right after. I can't risk the mold. I know mold doesn't happen in like 50 minutes, but still.
Third day in a row on live. Fuck yeah. We're doing it. Fuck yeah, that makes me happy. So yeah. Thank you guys for being here. Bye.
Bye. Okay. Thank you. Hey. That is all I have for you guys today. I apologize. I know some of you are gonna love that this is 2 hours long, and some of you are gonna be so fucking annoyed with me, and I'm sorry for those who are annoyed with the length of my video, the rantiness of my video. I went on a lot of different topics. I have ADHD, I'm sorry. Not the fucking close-up of Dimitri's hair flying out the frame. Okay. Thank you all so much for coming, for watching this video, for coming to my TED Talk. Thank you so much for coming to my TED Talk. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm so excited to be back. I don't know how often I will upload. I don't think it's gonna be as frequently as I did last year, just because it's second year. It's getting a little bit more rigorous. So a lot more studying, and I was already studying a lot. A lot more studying is going. I come home from class and I study all night until like 10 o'clock. And then I like take maybe a 40-minute break to eat dinner. And most times I'm studying while eating dinner. So like I'm like 24/7 studying right now because it's a lot of content. And this is like really, now we're getting into like the bulk of med school. Like this is the shit that you like need to know kind of thing. Obviously last year the stuff is important and you build on it, but this is like the stuff that like you're gonna get tested on in boards. This is the stuff that you're gonna get tested on when you do like away rotations and stuff, like, and doing interviews. Like this is the beginning of like this, of that content. So it's a lot of work. It's fun, but it's a lot of work. So that being said, I'm not sure how frequently I will upload. I'm going to try to upload a few times a week though, because I love doing this and I love talking to a camera and I love speaking to you guys, and I'm so excited to see your comments and have discussions with you guys. But yeah, so that is all I have for you guys. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.